Higginson. Check it out now. Meek Luther King Jr. He might be catching a break, people. Okay, now he is going to have what's called a post-conviction appeal hearing where, his lawyers recently was focusing on what the judge said during this last sentencing for his probation violation. Now they're saying, fuck what happened in 2017. Let's look what happened in 2007. Now, they're actually focusing on the initial trial that got Meek put on probation, okay? It was a trial of supposedly Meek assaulted a cop, also had a pistol, was selling drugs, and he got convicted for that, back in 2007, 2008, and he's been on probation ever since. Now, if they could get that original case thrown out, basically, he would not be on probation, and he would be immediately let out of jail. Now, this is why they're focusing on that, all right? Basically, the DA's office, the prosecutors, they publish a goddamn list, and it's a list of people, of cops, that they say have a history of lying under oath, okay? Routinely, you'll hear the prosecutor call up a cop in a case because you need the cop to testify. Did you actually find a bag of weed in his pocket, or was it on the fucking ground and you picked it up and put in his pocket? Now, of course, the prosecutors and the judge gonna side with the cops. They fucking hire the cops. So when the cops come in and the cops is lying, it fucks up the whole system. However, throughout the years, they've found out that certain Philly cops are fucking liars, and if Meek Mill case doesn't show us nothing else, we now realize that the judicial system within Philly is fucked up. Secondly, them cops, they own some shit, okay? Now, here's the thing. Because Meek's lawyers are saying this guy's on y'all list of liars, and he was the guy who testified against Meek to get him locked the fuck up. So if that's the case and y'all think he's a liar, let Meek out of jail. Now, they're not only coming with that proof, they're coming in with two other officers to say these other officers are backing Meek up. They were working around the same time with that lying ass nigga, and they say that what that guy said is abso-fucking-lutely false, which means Meek shouldn't have got convicted in the first place. Now, it gets a little complicated because every time we think this is good stuff for Meek, there's always one setback or so. Okay, the setback is that the two cops that are coming in Meek's defense, they're not on the force anymore, and they were actually tossed off the force and convicted for theft. So even the people that isn't on Meek's team, in terms of the cops who were trying to get his back, they got kicked off the fucking force for stealing some shit. So they're not trustworthy either. It sounds like when a thief gets caught, he basically said, but that nigga a thief too. Well, what about him? You'll go lock him up too. So basically, man, I don't know if this will fly. However, he does have a hearing in April where he will present this case, and perhaps it will help him out. All I'm saying is, I think that the cops he's having to come get his back, they seem worse than the cop that they're trying to tell on. You can't get caught and kicked out the force for stealing and then try to motherfucking snitch on the other cop who actually was allowed to retire. They're going to look at you and say, fuck out of here. Once again, I'm going to keep saying this. The whole judicial system really hinge on some of these decisions. If you prove the judge is biased, anybody who got convicted by the judge will motherfucking get their cases vacated. That's a lot of fucking cases. That's a lot of fucking lawsuits because niggas have sit in jail for no reason. Same thing with these goddamn cops. If you get the case thrown out because the cops are liars, anybody who that cop testified against, they're going to want their shit tossed out, which means more lawsuits to come. So a lot of times, even when there's a black eye on the legal system, on the police force, they still keep the goddamn appearance up, because if they really go forth and toss out a case or reverse a case decision, everybody will come hunting to get their shit reversed too. It only stops with Meek Mill. It stops with everybody that got a goddamn attorney who would figure out that goddamn cop is on or did testify on their goddamn case. Get them all out of jail. I don't know if Philly ready for that, so a lot of time they'll protect even the corrupt. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like them, subscribe. Still wishing good luck to Meek Mill. Obviously, his lawyers are working. I don't know how much he paying his lawyers, but goddamn, they definitely ain't trying to have him in jail for more than goddamn 2 more months, right? They're trying to get him out, as they should. Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like them, subscribe to Akademiks. Are you ready for Meek to be out? You let me know. I'm up.